I'm Tom Seigel, Superintendent of the Bethel School District, and I'd like to talk to you today about a really serious situation. As you know, in February, our levy, a tech levy, failed to pass. Our board authorized a second attempt to pass it, which will be our last attempt possible. So on the 26th of April, there are two things on the ballot. One is the Educational Program and Operations Levy, which I'll just refer to as a levy, and then our Technology Levy, or Tech Levy. These are both really important for the operations of our school district, as the state funding really only pays for the absolute bare bones education that our kids get. It's really important to understand that both of these issues are renewals. They are not new taxes, and they're at the same tax rate as they have been for a really long period of time. So that's a really important consideration, I know. This is the second and last opportunity to pass these, and if they don't pass, there will be very dramatic negative impacts on the school district and our kids almost immediately, and it'll take a decade for us to recover from the lack of funding. This is a huge amount of money that we're potentially losing. Now, the levy is asking for $39 million, but the total amount that we stand to lose is $50 million. The reason for that is if we pass the Educational Program Operations Levy, the state gives us $11 million in addition. If we don't, it's kind of like being down on your knees, and then the state comes along and kicks you in the teeth and says, sorry, you can't have the $11 million. So what's hanging in the balance is $50 million. And to give you an idea of the importance of what this equates to, the magnitude of what we're talking about, $50 million is the equivalent of 450 teachers. That's 34% of our teaching staff. Or it's equivalent to 900 classified employees. That's 84% of our classified employees. Or it's all of our administrative staff times 3 plus. So this is a huge amount of money we're talking about. And of course, the board of directors will be the ones who would actually decide what cuts are made. But whatever occurs, you will not recognize the Bethel School District for the quality educational programs and support it's been able to give, because we will not have the money, we will not be able to hire people, and will not have the services as a result. By the way, 98% of the levy is all personnel, only 2% are material. So if you don't have $50 million, there are a whole lot of people that are going to lose their jobs, is what it boils down to. And frankly, the result, again, because these persons that we hire provide support to our students, will result in larger class sizes, the elimination of athletics and sports, because they're all funded via the levy, all the extracurricular activities that kids count upon to, in some cases, come to school as the rationale for them to be here, and then transportation will be reduced. In addition, such activities as band, cheer, drama, and music will all be eliminated because, again, they're entirely funded by the levy. Our security personnel, our 5 school resource officers, our deputy sheriffs, are all funded by the levy, as well as our campus monitors that are on the campus grounds throughout the entire day. They all provide safety and security. Those are all funded through the levy, and those positions are all in jeopardy. And then in addition, special education is not fully funded by the federal government nor by the state. As a result, we always put about $3 million or $4 million in order to make sure those programs meet the standards that are required, and of course it comes from the levy. In addition, we have bilingual transitional programs, we have highly capable programs, and our community services programs are either entirely or at least partially funded through the levy. Technology levy is really related to all of our students, and we have, as a result of having a technology levy for the last several years, we actually have an iPad for every student. We have 20,000 students, we have 20,000 iPads, we have the infrastructure to make it all work, we have the trained personnel to make the hardware and software mesh, and we also have personnel at the school levels to make sure that people who have difficulty with the technology have some help to figure out the best way to make it work to help kids learn. Those are all at risk because an iPad has about a 4-year lifespan and there will be no replacements. So that plus such things that even the Wi-Fi that we all rely upon, since all these computers are all Wi-Fi related, that Wi-Fi may become unstable starting in 1 year. So there are a variety of things that happen. The system begins to deteriorate, more and more problems as a downward spiral. So the tech levy is also really important. So all these things are in jeopardy, and again, the actual cuts will be decided by the Board of Education, but they're all choices of bad among other bad options. Again, thank you for listening to me. Please register to vote. Please participate and vote. Thank you.